Hello, and welcome back to the Southern Bible Thumper channel. My name is Cam, and for this upload, we will be reading Exodus chapter 11. And the Lord said unto Moses, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh and upon Egypt. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians. Moreover, the man Moses was very great in the land of Egypt, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moses said, Thus saith the Lord, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Egypt, and all the firstborn in the land of Egypt shall die, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sitteth upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Egypt, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. And all these thy servants shall come down unto me, and bow down themselves unto me, saying, Get thee out, and all the people that follow thee, and after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And the Lord said unto Moses, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Egypt. And Moses and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh. And the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Israel go out of his land. Summarizing Exodus chapter 11, the Lord told Moses this next plague will compel Pharaoh to adhere to God's request. He told Moses to command the Israelite people to borrow gold and silver. Moses had a good reputation among the Egyptians and the Israelites, and he was respected. Verse 4, Moses tells Pharaoh the next plague is the firstborn of every Egyptian family and animal dying. Israelites will have so much peace and safety during this time that a dog will not even bark, growl, or move its tongue among man or beast. God wants to clearly distinguish the Egyptians from the Israelites. In verse 8, Moses angrily left Pharaoh. In verse 9, God told Moses that Pharaoh wouldn't listen and that his heart was hardened. Exodus 11 highlights the last time Moses spoke with Pharaoh in chapter 10. Pharaoh told him, If I see you again, you're dead. And now he's telling him, Actually, you're someone from your family is going to be dead, and your animals. So that's the little flipperoo on him. Okay. Also, death of a close loved one is the only malady that Pharaoh will understand enough to finally let them go. I mean, I just want to reemphasize how ridiculous this is. In chapter 1, the reason why this Pharaoh even enslaved them to begin with, I want to keep repeating it, is because the Hebrews had gotten such a large population that the Egyptian Pharaoh felt threatened by them. This was an unfounded thought. These the Hebrews were living peacefully and they were fine. They were just a lot of them. So the Pharaoh thought, let me enslave them to make sure that they don't figure out their capacity and possibly overthrow us. That was the only reason why. It wasn't financial. It wasn't because they were, the kind of clothes that the Hebrews were wearing or the kind of behavior that the Hebrews had. They didn't do anything to deserve it, except for be fruitful and multiply. And the Egyptians were threatened. So let's make sure they can keep power over them in their society so that the Hebrews can never recognize their capacity. They're going to be struggling and trying so hard to meet those demands that the Egyptians themselves don't have to meet. Yeah. But death is the only malady that Pharaoh will understand. There was a comedian that famously said, something about pain that'll make an MF learn. Oh, that wasn't a Christian. That wasn't Sinbad. That was a different a comedian, but I specifically remember that. I think it was Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle or Cat Williams. Chapter 11, verse 3. Moses had a good reputation, but no career. He was influential and respected, but he was an unemployed octogenarian with no special skill set, and Moses couldn't even talk without his brother's help, but he was greatly respected. His brother Aaron also had no special skills. That is the summary and highlight of Exodus chapter 11. Chapter 12 is much longer, so that will be the last upload before I go to bed today. All right. I hope you decide to watch the next video, and thank you for watching this one.